back in Week 9. The Bears want a defensive grinder in their first matchup against the Saints. Can New Orleans avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL Playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wildcard round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Now an option play on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Herbert once more. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll run with Herbert. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Fields going to keep it running right, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And pass complete to Moore. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on third down. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that. They
do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Carr. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, they'll lose the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. It's opening drive, and they're now 2 for 2 on third down conversions.
And let's face it, anytime we talk to any coaching staff, heck, players, they always talk about winning third down, how important that is, the deciding factor in winning a football game, and they're off to a really nice start.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case was...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Fields on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Well, they run the option on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down. To throw is Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lewis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 24 now, here's second down and 1. Here's Fields. A full left side taken in by Kmet. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Fields throwing again. That's complete to Mooney. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. A give left side here for Herbert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bears take over. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Read option. Here's Herbert. Powers through. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 61 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Fields. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The slot man in motion right. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively. 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Herbert now on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Herbert. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Fields now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the gun, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Fields thrown here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. Here's Fields, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that'll keep this a 9-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Here's Rashid Shaheed. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Taking it about the 16. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and a yard. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man, this is Lewis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they start the tight end on the left side of the formation and send him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
A handoff for Herbert. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. Still on his feet. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith, 65 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture's going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Lutz with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Locates Mooney on the out route. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Here's Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On first and 10, here's Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. On play action, now Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Carr will look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. On first down, it's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Colin Saunders bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll take it at the 42. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Again, it's Kamara.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
11 yards there, just like last play.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one to...
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did.
Taken down by Pete Werner. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Herbert.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. To throw is Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs, but with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The busy night continues for Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Carr now on first down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Some good plays in the passing game right now for New Orleans. They have another first down. Williams will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. This one is down he goes. Tano Passanio in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Carr going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Fields on 1st down. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's taken down inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
And they take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll just about do it. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.